Just because a horse is willing to comply or tolerate human interaction does not mean that they're okay with it. This horse is in for re-education, and he's a great example of many horses that I see that are easy to halter and yet are completely thinking backwards, have constant avoidant thoughts, and are carrying ongoing physical tension. As I change up the patterns in his expectation and asking him to step forward, you can see how quickly he shifts his weight to leave, and he also uses his head to block me from accessing his body. There are so many patterns that humans have created in horses, and then the human works around the horse without recognizing there's no thinking, searching, adaptability, or try in the horse, which then, when the horse is emotionally triggered, causes the chaotic reactive behavior that people will think of as occurring all of a sudden rather than recognizing all of the initial indicators showing that horse was constantly anticipating fleeing. As this horse goes to search and move around other parts of the corral, I'm not critiquing him. I just create pressure with my hands when he gets stuck in a pattern, which typically is circling in the corner or charging along the opposite fence line. Every time he tries, I'm quiet with my body, and this is the beginning of trying to engage the mental participation versus just physical tolerance. When I ask him to step up near me versus adapting to wherever he is at, it's to search for his willingness to try. And without starting here and recognizing if there's holes in the horse's education, even if I do get the halter on, he's just being tolerant and contained, which means he's not present to think, search, and try. So every time I'm giving this horse a new experience, I'm watching for if there is mental processing, if there's a softness in his ears. And if you watch, as soon as the halter goes to go around him, the ears part, they go backwards, and his tension increases. This would be the old triggers of anticipating, and then he actually leans away from me. So I change up his expectation and the pattern which has been created, and I remove the halter, and you see how hard he swings to his right side, which shows you how much containment he has had. Many horses have learned to be obedient, but they are not okay with what they're offering. The first day I put my hand under his jaw, he went flying across the stall and had a total meltdown. So again, as I go in, a little less fleeing, but still increasing in tension. So this is not about getting the halter on. It's about watching when is there a release with his ears? When does his breathing get a bit softer? When does his eye look more present rather than being triggered to be hard? When can he let go of that leaning away, fleeing behavior? So it's helping him learn how to think through balancing out his feet to try and release that tension and following through until I see a change in that behavior, which is reflecting a change in his mental and emotional state. As the ears come forward, he's starting to make a shift and let go of the anticipation, which then is a place to start and continue the conversation.